And now we're going to do 9a. Again, we're going to repeat what I showed you before. See, 4 over 4 is 1. So to add two fractions together, the denominator has to be the same, always, for addition. They have to be the same. So that's easy. When they're the same, it's just add the two numbers on top together, and you get 4 over 4. The result is 1. Sometimes the fraction might have a 5 over the top and you have to divide, but we'll do that like a number higher on the top one, but then you have to simplify always to the lowest number. I'm getting some beeping on my phone. Unlike denominators need to be computed to be the same. So first you simplify the fractions you get. So here's example 2. We have different denominators. Oops. Oh, I'm trying to go down a little bit. Here you see we want to add these two together, but the denominators are different. So to get the denominator on the bottom the same, you multiply them by each other. So 8 times 5 equals 40. So here, 40 will be the bottom number, the denominator. And then whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So if you multiply this 5 by 8, you have to multiply the 2 by 8 as well. Whatever you do to the bottom one, you do the top. So 2 times 8 is 16. So that goes on the first result. And then here, the 8 was multiplied by the 5. So you have to multiply 3 by 5. Here's a little reminder. And that's 15. Now the denominators are the same. So 15 plus 15 is 31 over 40. And you cannot shrink it anymore. 31 does not go into 40. So the lowest common denominator, the simplified fraction, is 31 over 40. That's 31 out of 40, for example. And again, you can do the pie chart. Insert. If you have to cheat, there's an easy way. I'll tell you later. I don't want to go off track here. There's an easy way to calculate fractions in another way. So again, I got the column chart, but I want the, what did I do? Setup. Oh, here, set up and customize. So I want the pie chart. I really like the look. The 3D chart. And I want to customize it. You know, I want the pie slice. You know, here's the percentages. I want the pie slice to be like that, for example. And distance from center. You know, I kind of like that, how it splits. Actually, that one, because it's bigger, I don't like it as much. I like it when the pie chart is smaller. So I think I'm going to put it back to 0. You know, I can do that. It goes way out. Okay, put it back to 0. You know, and then you're done. Here, and it's giving you and you can move that chart around. Make sure that the blue is all around. You go like this, you can shrink it. You know, if you're doing a presentation, you put it where you'd like to put it. And so that's adding the fractions. I'll leave it there for now. See how you can drag it around. Simplify if possible. So in this case, it was already at the lowest common denominator. Now, if you want to subtract, same thing. Subtraction of two fractions. When the numerator is the same as the denominator, the result is equal to 1. These are little reminders for you. So again, the denominators have to be the same for subtraction as well. So same thing. Multiply. Oh, these are the same. I'm sorry. So that's easy. 7/8 minus 5/8 equals 2/8. You just subtract the top, the bottom stays the same. 2/8, they're both even numbers, so the way I do it is just do it by half, 1/4. And that's the simplified one. 1 goes into 4, you know, 1, it's the lowest, a quarter, you know, 1/4. If you want to subtract, unlike denominators, need to be computed to the same. I probably didn't say that right. First, you simplify them and then do it. So 20 over 40 is 10 over 20 is 5 over 10. And then it's, you know, you've already simplified it. what am I doing here? This one is the bottom. Okay, we got it. Yeah, 20. That's easy. First of all, when you've got zeros, just take the zeros out. So see, here's 1 0 here. However many zeros you discard, you have to take out the same number of zeros at the bottom if they both have zeros. So it's actually going to be 2/4. 20 over 40. I didn't, think of it, but 20 is, sometimes you don't have to go halving it. It's kind of logical. 20 over 40 is a half, 1 over 2. Because it would be 2 over 4 when you discard the zeros. Pretend the zeros aren't there. It's 2 over 4, and do it by half, it's 1 over 2. So it's 1/2, which is down here. So that's 1 over 2. This one, you can't shrink it anymore, so it's 7 over 12. But now you have to minus. So same thing. 2 times 12 is 24. 1 times 12 is 12. Then you have to do the same here. 12 times 2 is 24. 7 times 2 is 14. So now you can minus it. In this case, however, the minus, and that is possible, but we'll get into that later. You can put a minus. I made this a little too hard, but I should have done 7/12 minus a half. But, in this case, we're going to get a minus on top. But it's not common. I'm jumping to more complicated things. So 12 over 24 minus 14 over 24 equals, 12 minus 4 is -2. 24 stays the same. And then shrink it, -1 over 6. I probably should have done it the other way. I should have done 7/12 minus 20 over 40, but you see what I mean. And let me see what a pie chart, this is something I'm just doing right now. What would a pie chart look like if you got a minus? Insert a chart. We want it to be a pie chart. This one. That can't be right. Really? I shouldn't have made it so complicated. I should have made it. I'm going to change. I don't want to change the class because I'm already. That can't be right. Negative. Oh, maybe I didn't. Hang on. Sorry about that. I'm going to highlight this one. Insert a chart. It always goes to the column chart. Here. I'm not sure why that's happening, so I'm not going to confuse you anymore. Let me add one more. I should have made this easier for you. I'm going to switch the numbers around so you don't get a negative on top. I'm going to do 7/12, Control X. Let me just move it over here. I'll put it better later. We'll put the minus here. Control X, Control V. And then same thing. I'm going to just switch them around. Control X, Control V, and the minus Control X, Control V. So in that case, we're going to go, the bottom is still going to be 24. The top, oh guys, sorry I'm confusing this for you now, but I hope I explained it right before. No questions so far? Okay, good. Yeah, 12 over 24 is a half. Let's get rid of this one. Okay, where would I put this? Okay, 12 over 24 will be the Control X would be the same as this one. Control V. Minus Control X. There we go. Control V. Okay, and that would 14 minus 12. This would be 2. Okay, so you kind of got the other way around. Now let me make sure I got the right. Let me delete these cells so it moves over and looks prettier. Edit. Delete, and I'm going to delete the cells and shift left. Oh, good. Look what I did. Let's fix that. Get rid of all of the lines, and then I'll put the line here. So you learn Excel as you learn fractions. Move this word. Here's the word in the middle. Control X. Where'd it go? Control V. That's there. Okay, now let me make sure. So we want 7/12 minus 20 over 4. 7/12 minus 1/2. Okay, we got to multiply. So 12 times 2 is 24. So we put the 24 on the bottom. 7 times 2 is 14. 1 times 12 is 12. Okay, there we go. 4 and then 2, 6, but it's not simplified yet. Actually, let's move this yellow. I like the yellow, so I'm going to move that over. And I got to put the equal sign in to make it pretty. 1/3. So that would be 1/3. Just make it smaller. Okay, and then let me move it over one more space. Control X. Control V. The equal sign goes here. No, I forget. When it's when you put an equal there, it thinks it's a formula. So hang on a sec. Delete that. So if you want it to be you put equal like this. You have to put an apostrophe, then equal. The apostrophe goes away. Put this in the middle. That equals, did we say 2, 6? 2, 6. There we go. So this is the new class. I probably confused everyone. So, all right, it doesn't matter. If you have questions, oh, you guys, kind of messing this class up. I'm sorry about that. Let's put it in the middle and put a line underneath. Just the line underneath. There we go. And this word, Control V, what am I doing? Control X, Control V. That's the simplified one. Okay. Put an equal sign there too. Oh, I did it again. Hang on. Apostrophe equals. And put it in the middle. Okay, so any questions before I end the class? Was it clear? It's a review for people who learned fractions at some point, and it's more of a it's a quick crash course in fractions if you've never learned them before. All right, I'll check the chat for any questions. If you have questions and you weren't in the live, I think there's a way to ask questions somehow in Twitch. I don't know how to do it, but if there is, go ahead and send me your questions. And that's lesson 9. Yeah, and lesson 9A. Thank you for visiting my channel, and I hope you learned something today. Thank you.